Guinness isn't just a product, it's an experience. And Nami Boyle is what you've got to offer your customers with your product and with your experience. You've got to offer them something beyond the core product. Jake, think about it. Harley Davidson doesn't sell motorcycles. Harley Davidson sells the roar of the throttle, the sense of freedom. Jake, think about it. Starbucks doesn't sell coffee. Starbucks sells ambience, community, friendship. And Apple, Jake, think about it. Apple doesn't sell computers. Apple sells hip, chic, modern. Jake, question for you is, what does it you sell? What is the brand experience that you create that people say good things about your product and about your service? I do believe if that Irish barman was here today, the question he would be asking you is, what is the brand experience? What is the customer experience? What is the client experience that you are offering your customers, your clients, and what are they saying about you? The answer, I think, goes back to you asking the question, what do I want to be famous for? The answer goes back to you figuring out how you can create an emotional transaction. The answer goes back to what people say about you. So I'm going to give you one more little exercise, and to do this, if you've got a business card, I'd like you to take out the business card. And your behavior creates your brand. Your behavior determines what people say about you. What people say about you is your brand. And we're going to write down what your brand is here now in a second. So your behavior creates your brand. Your behavior determines what people say about you. What people say about you is your brand. What I would like you to write down on that business card is write down the 3 words you want your client to say about you after you have left the business meeting. Write down the 3, I'm not going to ask you what they are, but I am going to ask you to put it back in with your driving license. Write down the 3 words you want your client or your customer to say about you after you leave the business meeting. But do you accept that if your client says these things about you, you've had a successful meeting? Yeah? Do you accept if your client says these things about you, you're creating the right kind of brand image? Yeah? Right. So basically, that is what your clear goal and vision is. We can explore it further by asking what I want to be famous for, etc. But my suggestion now to you that will make a real difference to you is that if you take that business card and put it in with your driving license, or put it in with your credit card. And when you get to the airport this afternoon, for instance, and you're pulling out your driving license, you're also going to see that business card. And those 3 words will kind of reinforce in your mind. When you're at the gas station over the next couple of days, you got to show your driving license for some other reason, and you see that business card, you can say to yourself, hi, would Bill or Matt or Maria or Rachel use any of those 3 words to describe me? What you've written down there is your brand promise. But what you know is that there's a difference between the brand promise and the brand. What you've got to do is you've got to take that brand promise, implement some of the techniques we spoke about here, and create the brand experience. And when you create the brand experience, you are going to create that emotional transaction. When you create that emotional transaction, you're going to have people saying, hey, I really like working with that person. I really like working with that agency. I really like working with that person.